Here we have Dennis, who is the designer of Ruthenia. So, Dennis, tell us about Ruthenia here.
So, Ruthenia is a strategic game about early medieval in the Eastern Europe. This game takes place on the northern borders of Byzantine Empire, so you can see Black Sea, the Crimea and other young states on this territory. So in the medieval it was a wild field. The territory through the wild horses came to the Europe. So the idea of the game was to make a strategy game and a soft war game. On the map you are playing strategy game like diplomacy or like the Game of Thrones in a simple way, so you can compare them. And
so there's negotiation.
Yes, this negotiation is political. You are capturing your provinces, you are building armies. So on the battlefield, so on the map you have your officers with your armies, and in your hands you have a pile with your card of your officer and with several troops cards. So you can have your regular troops, you can hire mercenaries, and when you meet an enemy army on the border or in your province, you conduct the battle with the cards. So in the second side of this game is a soft war game using card mechanic. So the idea of the card mechanic was to build the mechanic which can reproduce the medieval frontline battles. So in this game you can, when you meet an enemy and you arrange a battle with them, you are beginning to make a front line using your force cards you have in your pile. So, for example, I am the Byzantine player, so I have made the Bulgarian forces.
Okay.
So I will show it. So the Bulgarian pile, they are putting 2 troops in the front line.
2 troops in the front, okay.
Yeah, and 1 troop in the reserve.
All right.
Then the same I am making with the Byzantine player. So then we are opening the front line, and for example if I arrange attack, so if Byzantine arrange attack, they are choosing which unit they will use for attack. So every unit has attack bonuses, so attack points and defending points and bonuses against other type of troops.
Okay.
So you can check which units what units are in the front line of the enemy. So, for example, if I will choose a heavy cavalry troop, I can attack and have initiative against enemy cavalry, but they can place pikeman infantry in the front line and having 2 defense points and plus 2 points against cavalry. They can bring this battle to the draw situation. So in addition, I can, for the battle, I can have several tactic cards and I can activate them throwing my dices. So I am throwing dice, I checking if I can activate any tactic card. If I can, I'm adding +1 point against the enemy troop. So
okay, so you can activate that card because you rolled a 1, and this was, you could activate it because if it was a 5 or a 1. Okay,
yeah,
I see. All right.
In addition, you can use support troops to get more power to your force.
Support troops?
Support troops,
okay.
Yes, it gives a +1, so you can have 6 points against his 4 points. By the way, he can choose, if he has some defend tactic cards, he can try to activate it. So for example, if he has only 1 card, it's complicated to activate it because you have to draw dice. By the way, you have 6 and 1, so you got it.
It does activate.
But it's not enough because they have support troops in their pile.
I got it. So what we have over here is offense and defense, and that's what we are using as supplements for the cards that are on the board. Okay.
Yeah. In addition to the game process, we have some action cards. So we have battle action cards and political action cards. Battle action cards can be used during the battle to break the main rules of the battle. For example, if we arrange the battle over the person's river, you can attack the enemy first before they attack you. or you can hire military advisor and use it instead of tactic card
okay.
for free. Or if you are getting a first, so if you are winning your first battle, you can get +1 to your attack in the next round.
Oh, okay.
It's like moral. Or you can arrange trap. For example, this user could make a trap activated and place here at the beginning of the battle, and he could get +1 against the cavalry.
Oh,
so in
I
such
see.
situations, he can bring to the draw. So it can be played.
So, and how do you go about getting the cards? Do you draw a certain number of cards into your hand, or are you? Go ahead.
Let's discuss.
Yes.
Let's tell about this. So at the beginning of the game, you are placing 2 officers in your home province. The officers are marked. So for every officer, you have specific card with the province.
Where they go.
Where they go. Yeah, and this every officer has special abilities. For example, you can use it as a tactic card with tactic officer, or you have some additional victory points after the winning of the battle, or you construct with this officer some things on the map.
On the board, yeah.
So on the board, yes. So at the beginning you have 2 officer and 2 main troops, so 2 regular troops with them.
Okay.
Then during the game, you are capturing the provinces and hiring new officers, or you hiring the mercenaries, or you hiring regular troops.
As you spread out onto the board.
Yes, and as you getting more money. That's the thing. If you hire mercenaries, if you hire regular troops, you need to buy them only once. If you hire mercenaries, you have to buy them every round.
Oh, okay.
So you have to supply them. So instead of hire more mercenaries, you can hire more tactic cards.
Gotcha.
So, in addition to the main factions on this game, so it's Bulgarians, Khazarians, Byzantines, and Kievan Rus, there are 2 free factions which are not managed by the players, they are managed by the deck. So at the beginning of the game, throwing the dice, you can arrange where they begin. So for example, I have drawn 2, so they begin here. So in such provinces with the number of the dice.
Okay, alright.
And at the beginning of the game, we are showing that this province is rich. So you can get more money capturing this province while attacking these nomads here.
Gotcha. Okay.
So after the players solve their orders, this is the time to go for the nomads and Slavs. So throwing the dice, you can check where they can move their forces or get reinforcement. For example, in such situation, they can move the province number 3. They can move here. And then, for example, they can get supply here.
I see.
So, in addition to this thing, we have global event cards, and choosing one of them every round, you can get a horde invasion from the east. So, several troops of nomads coming from this territory or from this one, and going according to the line.
Oh, and they spread across the map.
Yeah.
I see, okay. So that is the horde coming.
Horde, yes. The horde coming. Then about the political cards. So during the game, each player can have four action cards, political or tactics cards, but not more than 4. So you can choose if you are playing politics on your board and you are not conducting the battle in this round, it will be better to choose some political cards, but you can hire nomads to attack somebody instead of your forces, or you can try to make an overturn in the enemy province, only paying them. Or same, you can arrange a spy and try to get action cards from the other players. Or you can make a disturbance in the enemy province to dismiss his loyalty points. So that's about the winning points in the game. So in every round, every player gets winning points. That's loyalty points for every province, you are getting 1 loyalty point, and in addition you are getting 1 loyalty point for Will Temple.
Okay.
So, but there is an issue for the player. You cannot have many provinces without high loyalty value, because if you will have only few loyalty points with many provinces, they can rebel. The same at the ending of the bureaucratic phase, when you count on your loyalty points, you are checking if you have enough loyalty points for your provinces. Then you are throwing the dice and checking if some province can rebel. For example, if this province belongs to me, but I don't have any fortress or any army there, it can rebel. And it can get for free, so the Slavs can't heal.
Okay.
So you have to capture it again.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So the winning goal of this game is to get as many points, victory points as possible, to 30 as possible. But so at the end of the game, so the end of the game is the 7th round, ends of the 7th round,
Right.
or if some home province is captured, or if you get 8 provinces. If somebody of the players get 8 provinces and will hold it till the end of the round.
I see.
Then is the game over, and you are checking your
So
loyalty
again,
points.
it's 7 rounds.
Yes.
Someone conquers a home province of another person,
Yeah.
right? Or what was the third one again?
Or someone conquer 8 provinces.
8 provinces. Okay.
And will hold them without rebelling.
Okay, all right.
Or somebody gets 30 points.
30 points. All right. Great. So, game length, how long does a game usually last?
So, usually when we explain it for the first time, it takes about 2 hours and a half. But for the player who knows this game, it takes 1 hour and a half till 2 hours.
Okay, and how many players?
And this game can be played with 2, 3 or 4 players.
2 to 4 players. All right, great. Okay, well, thank you, Dennis, for showing this. And again, this is Ruthenia, and it will be available in the BGGCon library. So when you come to the convention, come and play it. Check it out. Looks pretty good.
Thank you.